I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody choosing to call themselves biracial. I mean, I call myself biracial too. The only problem I have with some people's usage of that term is because whether some people are willing to admit it or not, a lot of people will use that term because they think it devalues or dismisses being black. You know, like you will have some folks who will get angry or offended if somebody labels them as black, and when you have somebody who will get angry about that, I think that right there alone takes away from the true meaning of being biracial. You know what I mean? It's like I call myself biracial, and the only reason I call myself biracial is because I am educated about what my background is, about what my nationality is. And a biracial person is somebody who has a white parent and a black parent. And no, it's not somebody who has an Asian parent and a white parent, or a Hispanic parent and a white parent, because that's mixed. That Asian and Hispanic is not a race. You know what I'm saying? It's like black and white are races. So the combination of two races is biracial. The combination of somebody who is attracted to two sexes is bisexual. Yada yada yada. So it's like, that's why I call myself biracial. That's what I am by genetic makeup. Now at the same time, and I'm not just speaking on what society sees, because I really don't care what society sees. I'm not a society person, as in I don't label myself as society would want me to do as such. But genetically, when it all comes down to it, a biracial person is seen as black. Not just that, but a biracial person, like I've said before, I've said this millions of times, has the characteristics, the facial features, the makeup, most times I'm saying, as that of a black person. You know, and yes, I know there's many biracials who grow up in different surroundings and who are around certain races of people more, and I know there's a lot of biracials who don't have any connection to their black side, or who don't have any black friends, or whose black parent wasn't around. But at the end of the day, that's just how it is, man. And growing up until the age of 8, my father was there, and now he's not. But it's like, I don't use that as an excuse for any bullshit, man. And you know, my connection is to my black side, and that's just how it's always been. And anything other than that would be me denying who I really am and what I stand for. You know, and I'm not racist towards white people. Like, that's just not who I am. I don't have racism or hatred towards anybody. But I can say that I don't associate with that many, you know, like I used to. You know, because I think a lot of times when we're younger, we don't really see things for as is. We don't see what's going on around us, man. And you know, just through my life experiences and what I've seen, and what I've seen other folks go through, and other black folks go through, and it's like, and I say to myself, I'm like, why would one want to put themselves through that, man? You know, especially in relationships, in interracial relationships. When I acknowledge I'm the product of an interracial relationship, but at the same time, like I've said to many people, in order for me to be with a Caucasian woman, in order for me to, and when I say be, I don't mean, I just necessarily mean marry. I mean, to marry a Caucasian chick, I would really have to know, I would have to know almost everything about her, and meet the family, because I refuse to put myself in a situation where the parents aren't going to accept me or accept our kids and accept our offspring. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how whitewashed do you have to be to be so selfish to allow your kids to go through that, to allow your kids not to be accepted by their grandparents or by their aunts and uncles? I mean, I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was always accepted by my white grandparents, and you know, I always knew that they loved me, and I always loved them, and you know, for the most part, I never really had any racial problems within my family. But I've been in many relationships. I would say the majority of my relationships with Caucasian females, there's always been somebody in the family who had to butt in and run their mouth, man. And I'm not gonna put myself through that. I'm not gonna put my kids through that, man. That's why I say, in order for me to be in an interracial relationship with another Caucasian female, I gotta know the family, I gotta know the history. I mean, I gotta know some shit, you know what I mean? I gotta know everything about her, man, because like I've said, I know I've said this before, there's no pussy too good in this world for me to denounce my manhood or to belittle myself, man. And that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So I know I got a little worked up in this video. I'll probably be making more videos. Like I said, I would like to start making at least 2 videos per week, and I've been getting a lot of comments and subscribers and emails, and I try my best to respond to all of them, but it's very hard to keep up, especially with my computer being down for the past couple months. But yeah, take a look, comments below, let me know what you think.